Hello, this is Isaac from Turn Sounds. Windy days are always better for kite flying.
Yep, droid is ready.
Hello there.
No droid.
That R2 unit is in prime condition.
I'm with the droid on this one.
Wow, relax your droid.
Congratulations.
Hello there. All you Toy Story fans out there. And welcome to the Star Wars podcast known as Astromech. The one and only.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay.
Well, yeah, to the Toy Story fans, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. headphones.
Yeah. Episode 94, I think you'll find XCIV. So good on you for making it that far. And good on you, the both of you.
Civ.
Save.
It's almost
Did you say
Sheev. This could be the Sheev episode.
XCIV. I don't know how
Oh,
you've gotten
C,
Sheev,
C.
but okay.
It works logically inside my head.
Right. Well, Star Wars show. I'm your host, Isaac Mark Anthony. You know me as Admiral Isaac Barr, the Admiral of the show for the time being. Benjamin is here with us
Yeah.
as well.
Arrgh, Pirate Ben.
Pirate
Yeah.
Ben. You got to continue the theme. Come on, Andy.
Dolphin Andrew! I don't know.
It's the
On
first
the-
time I've heard a dolphin say kiki. But
That's what they do when they're out of the water. I don't know.
Fair
Off
enough.
the starboard bow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough of that, I suppose.
I don't know
Here
where.
we have a dolphin in its natural habitat.
That dolphin's had way too much cocaine.
Here
That's
we
a
go.
drug
Whoa.
dolphin.
The mating call of the
Drugged to South
spotted
Australia.
dolphin. Okay, opening thoughts. Let's get into our Star Wars show and talk some
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
What is moisture farming?
That's your thought of the day?
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
That's a good thought.
This needed to be asked.
Yeah.
Because they've got evaporators.
And they have harvesters that they buy.
Because you'd think, like, okay, you're on a dry planet, sure, you need moisture. Do they just run a pile of wells? Do they just dig into the ground and find water? What is moisture?
Glorified well digging.
I mean, other than needing water to, live as a carbon-based life form, I don't see much agriculture being done.
well,
on the way.
so maybe the water runs deep in the planet,
Yeah.
and they have an entire farm dedicated toward it. So maybe there's like a what do you call it? Like that runs under the soil.
Aquifer?
Aqueduct?
No, like a geyser type thing. I think that's what it's called. I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know. But yeah, like a
aqueduct.
vein that they tap into and
okay.
draw all of the water
Underground
out.
river?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he talks about harvest season as
Yeah.
well. So, like, is that winter when it rains more, so you got to be collecting all the water? Or?
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like,
Because what have we
Yeah.
seen as far as their farming equipment goes as well? Just those tall, spiky things that come out of the ground, right?
yeah.
Quite similar to, you might see one of those drills that we use here for like mining and such. So
Yeah. So, does that thing go way, way down?
I'd say so.
Maybe.
But why do you need more droids for that then? What do the droids do?
It's a good question.
Well, they speak binary, so maybe
And
they talk to.
bocce.
And
Bocce,
Hey, yeah. Very similar.
Language of water.
The language, is it though? Bocce is the language of Italian grassland.
But there's moisture in the air as well, right? So maybe that's why they use evaporators. So they pretty much giant fans that sucks in all the air around the farm and like just grabs all the moisture out of it, turns it into water.
Why wouldn't they call that a spongerator rather than an evaporator? Because that kind of suggests the water's evaporating rather than being sponged.
Sounds a bit silly, though, doesn't it?
Does
It
too.
does.
No one's going to take Uncle Owen too seriously if he runs.
I'm a
sponge
spongerator,
farm.
broke.
Yeah.
Ah, shucks.
No. Dang it. Dang
Here
it. Damn it,
comes
bro.
Sponge Bobo and
Go get me my gun.
yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
It's a good point, and it makes sense, right? So yeah, dusty planet. Everyone's walking around with chapped lips and like, always looking for a glass of some kind of liquid.
Yeah.
I can imagine that's the expensive stuff, water.
Probably.
Hmm.
Probably.
Is
Yeah.
blue milk easier to come across than water or harder?
Well, you have the source, right? Like a cow, you just go out and milk it every morning, and
Yeah.
There you go.
What's blue milk from then?
Panthers.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Canonically?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
That's why the... Oh, don't put me on the spot here and get this wrong.
Oh.
Isn't that the whole thing? Like, that's the only animal that they've got, like, domesticated, just out...
I feel like
the
the one you pointed out on your lovely meme page the other day, Jedi Night Jedi Academy called the one that poops and farts in Jar Jar's face or whatever, and he goes, "Woo wee."
Yeah.
The OP.
He's got udders, or she rather.
It's Star Wars. Look, I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm keen to find out, though, so...
Yeah. There we go.
I've stopped having an opinion.
Okay, whatever it is, there's
Milk
lots of it, so...
Swamp rats, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows?
All those lizard dogs, what are they called? Massives or something?
Massive, yeah. There you go.
Fully massive, mate.
My thought of the day.
Boyakasha.
My thought of the day.
Yeah.
Anakin and Padme, are they really married? Describe to me, episode 2, what happens at the end of it?
They get married.
Okay, one would think that from watching it. But there are certain laws and officiates sort of things. There are documents that need to be signed.
Okay.
There are witnesses that need to be there to officiate the wedding. So I ask you, you know,
Yeah, so maybe it's not a legal marriage, but they're just married.
like, oh, let's run away and get...
It is Star Wars though, so maybe it's a completely separate tradition to common
Well,
Earth-based marriage traditions.
they've got like tax disputes in Star Wars and like, you know,
This is true.
trade whatever.
Yeah.
So,
This is a good point.
but I was going to say, so there's an officiant there, like, that marries them. So tick that box. I'm going to say droids could maybe count as one witness, but don't you need at least one per each party?
R2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's he going to sign the thing?
He's got arms,
His
doesn't he?
little arm that he like
Yeah.
fights with the stick with Yoda.
When does he write it in Star Wars language, or does he just write beepity boppity? I
don't
was
know.
your property.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey.
That's
I want to say the whole marriage is a sham,
okay.
and which makes, you know,
I support it.
the children born outside of wedlock as well, which is perhaps
They're
why-
already breaking all the laws anyway.
Well,
What's another
it's
law?
more of a
The
code.
Jedi aren't allowed to get
No,
married.
I mean, what's another law if you've broken
Yeah. Wow.
all those?
Yeah.
Why not just another one?
Yeah.
Just getting married in secret without all the proper official documents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fraudulent marriage.
Didn't even reach out and invite Anakin's parents to the wedding. Oh wait. Oh.
Uh,
What about
Solid burn there.
What about Padme's parents? See, she got parents, doesn't she?
probably.
I think so.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, episode 2, the cutscene.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She does too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that's yeah.
Do you reckon the celebrant like ripped him off because it was, you know, like no questions asked? Here's an extra $20.
Yeah.
Like, make it 200. No, like, fine.
I would like
Maybe.
to. Yeah, I wonder if there's a cutscene as well that never made it of them actually saying their vows, which would have been like, oh, you gotta wonder.
Yeah. Maybe when George Lucas comes on the show, we can ask him if they ever.
We can reenact it with
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
Now
that's
they
hot.
have some personal vows. There are many things in life, sand and I don't know, whatever it is to
That's
go
it,
on
yeah.
about
Keep
sand
going,
for
keep going,
ages.
keep going.
But you're not like those things. You're soft and smooth and sweet. And then it'd be really weird. Yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
I'm already uncomfortable. So that,
Andy,
that
what
joke's-
are Padme's vows? You gotta do it in the robot voice that she has as well.
I think. Oh no. I have no idea how her voice sounds actually.
Let's do it.
Anyway, so there would be something about him being scruffy, I imagine, and young and being almost run over by Darth Maul, but then not.
You're not that slave boy I knew once upon a time
Yeah,
in
that's
Tatooine.
right.
You are now.
Once you were a
Oh,
slave.
he's got to say that in the vows somewhere.
Yeah.
You're an angel to me. or whatever.
Oh
They
yeah.
live on the moons of Viego.
She could say that I'm a slave to my heart and my love for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hubba, hubba.
Yeah. Put that in your brain box and process that.
All right.
That's
Wow.
horrible to think about.
Slave
actually.
to the heart.
Slave to the heart.
That's a Bon Jovi song somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's move on out of that one. And we're going to move into... What did I say was next? We have a glass of blue milk half full,
Ooh.
which I believe is where we say...
I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But I accept it.
We accept it because it's
You have
Star
to.
Wars. Yeah. And,
It's part of the reason we are here.
and look, we don't blindly accept things. You know, we definitely have our disappointments here and there, but the whole purpose of this is to look at things, characters, decisions that were put into place that maybe didn't do so well, and we're going to reason out why do you reckon the storytellers, the director, whatever, they were put that way for a reason. Somebody had a plan up in there, we hope. So,
We think so.
You'd hope so.
collectively, in the past, we have all mentioned that your friend, Mace Windu, is a bit of a jerk, right?
A little bit of a jerk.
Why do you reckon he was written to be that way? Is my question. So Mace Windu, he's the glass of blue milk half full for this episode. Why do you reckon they did that?
Why was he written as a jerk?
Well, I think,
That's a good question.
yeah, George probably wanted to be very... Oh, there we go, Buddy George.
Buddy George.
George Lucas. I don't know. I guess he wanted to really set up the mistrust and miscommunication and stuff between Anakin and the Jedi Council. Then there needed to be a separation. If everyone was nice to Anakin and he got along well with everyone, then there'd be no reason for him to hide stuff from them or question them or whatever. But I guess if they're doing some questionable things and they're kind of jerks anyway, then that, or at least from Anakin's point of view, then that gives him a lot more motive to flip to the dark side rather than being all good and the Jedi are great and then suddenly he just turns bad. Like it's sort of got to be a bit of both in there.
Andy, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I think I agree with Ben. I think you need someone that is maybe on the side of good, quote unquote. Let me question what the word good means, but someone who's on the Jedi side that doesn't gel with the protagonist is maybe a bit of a prickly pear, so to speak. That maybe he's not overt. He's clearly on the side of the Jedi and is not overtly an antagonist, but clearly creates a conflict within certain parties or members or whatever to
Right,
then
so, yeah.
propel that story along.
Right. If we look at some of his actions, like he's not a jerk to everyone. He's not a jerk to Obi-Wan in the prequels. He clashes, he locks horns a bit with Qui-Gon.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm just
what is
thinking
this?
of something. Don't worry, go. Continue.
You sure you don't mean
Yeah,
that?
all good. All
Okay.
good.
Goes along with all the Jedi to rescue the bunch on Geonosis. Definitely doesn't waste any time going to arrest the Chancellor when that comes up. So, like, he has, if they were going for the strong silent type, like no nonsense type,
Yeah.
the Councillors are very serious.
I think they were also going for someone who kind of didn't necessarily fully think things through before they kind of took action. Like he jumps in and starts attacking on Attack of the Clones in Geonosis. He pulls his
many dead Jedi.
I know, but he pulls his lightsaber out and that's like the first thing he does, rather than kind of the way of peace or whatever the Jedi are supposedly at least partly meant to embody. There's no conversation. It's just let's get lightsabers out, boys.
He walked into an execution, pretty much.
It's true. That's true. But he definitely leads with his lightsaber.
Right.
Yeah, and I
what
guess that as well, because sort of the big turning point where Anakin really turns bad is when he kills Mace Windu, and
Right.
that's really the turning point where he then goes to the dark side. If Mace Windu was completely good up until this point, and then he said, "Oh, look, I have to kill this guy because he's too dangerous to be kept alive," then that would have meant a lot more. Whereas you've seen Mace Windu being kind of rude and reckless and stuff like that, and now Anakin's questioning, "Oh, now he's trying to kill this guy. Like he says he's too dangerous to be kept alive, but is he just getting carried away?" Like it's sort of the.
Do you think it's also? Do you think we're intended as the audience to kind of feel happy that Anakin got rid of Mace Windu.
I don't think so. You see, because I was trying to think about, okay, what other characters do we know just in film that run along the same sort of line? And kind of Gandalf came to mind from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
He's very similar, like, he, full of a token, you know.
Well, very much Gandalf the Grey, at least. in
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, no nonsense, needs to get a job done.
But yeah, he gets angry and he gets sort of carried away with things. But like he's still wise, but you can see that there's those two things there.
Because clearly, okay, Mace Windu, he's one of the heads of the council. We are led to believe that he's wise and powerful. Like, they bring us the boy, we'll have a look at him, all of that. He's not unreasonable, but yet our perception of him is that he's a jerk. So maybe it's just not hitting the right mark, perhaps.
Maybe the problem's us.
Yeah, potentially. But it is that sort of point of view thing where, so like Breaking Bad, for instance, not to get too sidetracked, but like the main character, objectively, he's doing very wrong things, but because we're seeing it through his eyes, we sympathise with him, and so when his wife does things to try and stop him, then we get really annoyed at her, even though objectively she's doing the right thing, because we're seeing it through Anakin's eyes in this case. When Mace Windu comes against him, then we just get annoyed, even though...
Yeah,
it's
that's a
probably
really
not
interesting
true.
juxtaposition. Yeah, good point.
Damn it, Skylar. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, there we go.
He could have picked any other thing, Ben. Okay, so that's kind of our understanding then as to why they wrote him the way that they did. I still think he's a pretty cool character. He has some cool one-liners, and
He's got a purple lightsaber.
That's true. The more I watch the movie, the more I get it. Like Anakin's frustration with him. So there is that. Any final thoughts from you, gentlemen?
No, I'm good. I think we've covered all the salient points.
All right then.
We've reached the part in the program where we discuss possible jobs in Star Wars.
Andrew, my friend, the
Yes.
Star Wars universe is very big.
It's a very big place. There are a lot of jobs on offer.
People got to make money.
It's a job market. Job market. One of the jobs I think would be interesting, and I don't know how you would advertise for this,
Oh, I like this.
but who takes care of the Dianoga on Death Star? Like, who looks after that?
It's a pest, surely, right?
Yeah, but...
Like a raccoon.
Yeah.
A raccoon?
Yeah,
So-
because they like dig through the trash and that's how they live.
A raccoon? Am I crazy? Is it raccoon?
Yeah, it just depends
Do you know what?
on the accent.
Let's focus on
All right.
Dianoga, shall we?
First time I've ever. Yeah.
Okay. Things you've learnt today about Isaac.
Raccoon.
Yeah. But who takes care of, like, maybe as you suggest, they're a pest. So who takes care of those pests? Who cleans them out?
Oh, take care of them as in like.
Yeah, like, taking,
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like who comes in with the fish food
Yeah.
Well, that's how I
Good
originally
boy.
started the conversation, and then you're like, but aren't they a pest? I'm like, well, maybe they are. That's a good point. So maybe pest exterminator in Star Wars is maybe a better job title. And who gets to determine what a pest is? There are a lot of humans
Well,
around.
there's maybe a bigger question as well, which is what actually happens to the trash once it gets compacted. Do
Yep.
they eject it into space? Like, what happens? to
I
all
think,
that?
well, I think so. Because don't we see it get ejected out of the Star Destroyer before they jump to hyperspeed?
Yeah.
True. So I'm imagining like a Wally type or cube of like crunched up trash,
Yeah.
or Monsters Inc. depending on what you like. Pixar movies, Toy Story. I want to say that you get one square-shaped Dianoga out in space.
But don't they? No. So the Dianoga escapes into some other tunnel system
Really?
before the walls start constructing.
So it senses the gears moving.
and it releases Luke, if you remember. It
Ah.
releases Luke, and it goes.
Oh,
no, it
that's
just
why
disappeared.
it releases Luke.
Yeah, because it realized. Yeah, it's about
What
to
happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, who takes care of them?
I want to say though that Vader just goes, boys, the thing down in the thing, or more Tarkin, wouldn't it be? Because probably whoever's in charge.
Engine ignition.
Just one cheeky thermal detonator down there, and
Yeah.
sushi.
Yeah, well, do they
Squid
even
rings?
know it
Would it
exists?
be
Like,
squid rings?
does it even cause a problem? It's just
I don't
in the
know.
trash.
It's just
Who
in the
cares?
trash. I don't know if they care. I don't feel like throwing a thermal detonator inside the trash of the Death Star is the best solution, though, if you're dealing with a pest problem.
Or
I
just
just
poison the water or something.
Yeah, well, I just don't want. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
But, like, if I've got a bin where I put all my rubbish and there's a couple of worms in there somewhere, as long as they're not doing anything or getting out, I don't really
these
care.
worms occasionally choke people out and try and eat them?
Well, they shouldn't have
People
been in
who
there.
fall
Yeah.
into the trash.
So the next time I see you fall into a bin, Ben, I'm just going to close the lid and go, bad luck, buddy.
I feel like that's what Darth Vader would do. If someone was
Yeah.
stupid
He
enough
probably
to
would.
like
Well,
fall into the trash and be like,
If Ben
"Oh,
had
well."
first blasted the safety hatch off the skip and then
Ah,
jumped into the
yeah,
skip, then you could
true.
go, all right, you've made your own bed here. But
that's true.
no one's
But there's
just
got
going
to be
fall
a
in.
bigger opening because there's the massive pole and everything in there. How did that get in there?
Oh, true.
There
Some
must
other
be.
garbage. Yeah.
I feel like we've got away from the main point.
No, well, serious points here. Ask Galen Urso. Where do you get rid of all
Oh,
the
that's a
trash?
good point. Yeah, we should talk to him about that. Okay.
I feel like
That's all I
having
have.
it all sitting in water is problematic as well.
It's probably just wastewater. They probably got some kind of like skin condition from being in that water.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably have to have like shots,
Yeah.
get some topical creams going on. Yeah, maybe some exfoliant.
All right,
Good
exterminator.
idea.
Exterminator. Now's the part we're saying this has been.
And this has been Jobs in Star Wars.
All right. There we go. We are now moving into a what if segment, which Benjamin is bringing to us.
if?
Now, a lot of our sound effects or like our show tunes are being copyrighted recently because it seems that things that used to be free from some artists or things where you pay a couple of bucks a month to get the license for are now no longer available because people are moving higher up and they want more money. Fair enough to them, they're getting the support base for it. But so, Andrew,
Yeah.
this is a kalimba, and
Okay.
I want you
I'm
to.
on board.
I want you to. There's 2 holes in the back where your thumbs go,
Okay.
or your pointer fingers or whatever.
Sure.
Ben is going to say "What if," and you're just going to play like a 3-second jingle. Ready?
No, but okay.
What if?
I regret that decision.
Yeah, I know you do.
Benjamin,
You gave the guy
I
with
was-
no musical talent.
I was hoping you did like the toddler thing where they just hit every single key. I was hoping for
You
like
told me
What
to.
else is supposed to?
There you go.
We're not all.
Very
wait,
impressed.
what's the word?
Musically inclined.
Child geniuses.
Yeah, we're not all prodigies.
Prodigies.
Prodigies. That's
We're not all prodigies. I am a prodigy, but when it comes to musical things,
All right, let's give you one more try. Hit 3 separate individual prongs in the mic.
okay, all right.
what?
Beautiful.
If.
Beautiful. Benjamin, go for it.
Yeah. So, what if the red droid that Uncle Owen was originally buying hadn't blown up? What if it had just been nice and working and there was no reason to swap it for R2? So, probably as far as Owen and Luke's story and all that, unless you think of anything, I can't see that going anywhere too interesting. But more my question is, would R2 then find someone else and escape, or like where do you think R2 would
I
go?
would see R2 trying to escape.
Because his primary mission is still to get to Obi-Wan, right?
Yeah.
So whether that was going to be through Luke or not.
Oh,
maybe-
he did run away from Luke, didn't he?
He did,
Yeah.
yeah.
To go and get to fulfill his mission. So maybe the sandcrawler
He went-
crawls its
he
way.
hijacks the sandcrawler.
Oh, that's a better idea. I was going to say that maybe it just kind of turns up and Obi-Wan's maybe in the market going, "Ooh, I'll have some fish today," and he goes, "Oh, I'll have a droid instead." So maybe that's how it works. But
Yum.
but I like your idea of the R2 taking over the sandcrawler.
Because the only reason he was able to get away is Luke removed his restraining bolt, right?
Yeah.
So he would still have that restraining bolt on.
Yeah.
But if he does hijack the Sandcrawler, then he's never like away from it, so he could just steer that toward.
But the restraining bolt restrains them, so it immobilizes them. So it would stop whatever he was doing. It
Okay.
interrupts his function.
I thought it was more of like you can't go more than 50 meters away from this spot.
No, I don't think it's like a house arrest thing.
Okay.
I think it's more you will stop because I told you to
But you
stop.
probably can press a button and it would stop him or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give him a nasty shock.
Right.
Oh, I didn't see
Makes
you
him
back
more
there.
docile or something. Okay. Does that also then mean, so he's off on his own, does that mean that we never see C-3PO again ever? Because he's like not part of the story.
What a shame. That would just ruin the whole series, wouldn't it, Andrew?
I'm getting on board with this change in script.
I want to say that you're dooming the whole saga by doing that. Somewhere
Why?
along the
Okay.
line, 3PO saves the day a few different times.
Yeah, but I feel like we could write around that.
Could you though? Who else is going to translate Sith script? Huh? No one else.
Babu Frick will do it.
How are you going to know to go to Babu Frick?
Babu. That's a good point.
And by that token, then Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen are never fried.
They are.
They live out the rest of their days.
Luke stays. He just keeps whining about, power converters in Tashi Station.
We get to go eventually.
Yeah.
I reckon Owen and Brew would have been fried, actually.
Ah,
Interesting. That's a solid twist.
go
Why is
on,
that?
go on.
Because they shot up the Sandcrawler and they just followed the tracks to like every house it went to. R2 wasn't there anyway, and they still blew it up. So they probably trashed a whole pile of houses wherever the Sandcrawler stopped,
Oh, that's a good point.
looking for R2.
Yeah.
Unless they checked the Jawa records and saw like where he was sold.
Did Jawas even keep records though?
Who knows?
I doubt it, because they shot up all the Jawas, right? So
Yeah.
they would have. Yeah.
But here's a bigger question. What sort of hijinks and hilarity does the Red Droid get involved in now that it's teamed up with 3PO and Luke Skywalker?
Maybe they all really get along. Like,
Yeah.
3PO's not always, don't talk to me like that, and,
Yeah, and actually, becomes a nice person.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's really R2 who forces 3PO to be the way
Yeah.
he is.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If the R2 unit didn't have a bad motivator.
Yeah.
But it did.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure it was an R5 unit, but I'll allow it.
He does say R2. This R2 unit has a bad motivator.
Look.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's smoking. Look. What are you trying to push
Maybe
on
just
us?
like cigarettes.
Wow.
Pops open a
Yeah.
compartment, one sticks up.
So yeah, it would just depend who R2 ended up with, eh?
I feel like I like the idea of him taking over the Sandcrawler.
Yeah. That's
Or then just happenstance tumbling, turning up with old Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Just, Oh,
And this has been...
What if?
hang on, let me do it again.
What if?
Great. I'm so glad that we got copyrighted and now we have our own in-house music. Straight from our hands to your ears.
Yeah, giving musical instruments to the musically untalented.
Right, well, we have a core topic. Oh, we don't have a lead-in for the core topic either, it would seem.
Did we ever have one?
I don't think so.
No,
Good
we
a
don't.
time as any. Welcome to the core topic. Very good.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was not bad.
Oh, I like
Really?
Remember that. Write that down.
Oh,
Yeah.
look. Yeah, there
Good.
we go.
So we're doing a little bit of a mini series at the moment.
Yeah.
We're looking at our favorite frames from the movie. So last week, I think we got 2 or 3 each, and if we have sort of overlapping ones, we can expand a bit more if you guys like. We had, in no particular order, this is going to be. So we had A New Hope, and we also had Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So we're only doing Phantom Menace today, and we're
Yeah.
going to be working through the movies as we go that way. So.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace. My good friend Andrew.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm great. Yeah, great. Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Okay.
Benjamin, do you have any
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole pile. Hey, probably one that comes to mind is when they're swimming towards the Gungan city.
You're kidding.
No, serious. But like the reveal, so we're talking frame specifically, but like when it comes over the cliff and you see
yeah.
it's revealed and there in the bottom of the frame.
I thought you were talking about like Jar Jar's open leg like breaststroke.
Man spreading. Yeah, but it looks pretty
I
cool.
blocked
It's a cool
that from
design.
my memory. I'm really glad that I had.
Truly, have
And
you?
now it's come back, and I want to say
No,
I hate
it's
Ben.
cool. Yeah, the glowing underwater, and it's
Yeah.
definitely new as far as
Yeah,
a
it's
setting.
creative.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Music is nice too. with
Yeah.
it.
Can I give two, actually?
Yeah, we will be doing others, but
Okay, cool. Well, it's pretty much the same scene, but Qui-Gon and I'd have to actually look at this. I don't know if Jar Jar's in the frame as well, but there's like a frame of Qui-Gon running away through the forest, and all the animals are running from the big thing, and it's cool. He's really
Yeah.
small in the frame, and you see this massive thing knocking down all the trees and stuff. So yeah, it's a cool frame.
Do you know how much force that would take to knock down massive trees like that just by running into them?
A
That's-
lot.
Yeah.
Lot.
Trees don't like being knocked over.
No, they're rather resistant to it actually.
Yeah.
Maybe Naboo trees are different. Maybe they're just like, oh, I give up, and then they just like, oh no,
Shallow
maybe their
root
roots,
system.
the roots don't go as deep.
Suicidal trees.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
sound do
okay.
they make as they fall?
Yeah, what
Oh,
he said.
Okie dokie. Andrew.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Scene or screenshots from Star Wars. So I think because I don't remember much of this movie for very good reasons, but I think one of the most iconic ones is the silver ship.
Okay.
Silver ship in the desert, kind of as a backdrop to Obi-Wan with Qui-Gon kind of walking away, that kind of screenshot.
Nubian.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that the princess's or queen's ship or whatever, the reflection, that has a
Yeah.
certain kind of
Looks very real, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite nice. Yeah.
I like it. There are a couple of classic ones here. You know, Maul igniting his dual sabers, of course. You know, as the doors
That was
open.
going to be my next one.
Okay.
So, yeah.
My first one would definitely be the troopers unloading on the grass from the MTT troop carriers.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way that they're all unpacking, and you see multiple different shots of them
Yeah.
just unpacking. And they've
no,
really
definitely.
made a way to make it clinical. And here we are, we've set up in 3 seconds. So
Yeah.
do you like it?
Yeah.
See all their heads like coming up in a long row.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Neat.
It's very
Lots
cool.
of symmetry.
Ah, George.
Symmetry. Like poetry.
Yeah.
Very nice. Ben, you have another one?
Well, I was going to say that, but more so the wide shot where you see the Gungan bubble force field.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Thumba shield
Yeah,
generator,
and then the
technically.
droids and stuff here, but just that wide shot's really cool.
Yeah, certainly is. Andrew,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
So probably the other than Maul igniting his lightsaber, the other one I had was Qui-Gon kneeling with the red ray shield in front.
That's cool.
You know,
Yeah,
that
very
kind
good.
of that.
I could see
kind of
that as a
portrait shot.
screensaver.
Yeah, so that portrait shot where he's just kneeling, he's still got, he's meditating or whatever. He's got that red ray shield in the front. He's serene. He's, he knows he's just about to die because, of course, he is. He's
I don't
read
think
the
he
script.
knew that. I think
Well,
he
he's
was
read the script. He knows what's going to happen.
I see. Yeah.
He's Liam Neeson. Yeah. I think that's probably one of the other iconic ones.
You know, that's a really difficult voice to do, Liam Neeson's voice.
Really?
I was looking at it the other day, and he's got two different voices. The one is the one that he just has on like a monotone the whole way through, and then he gets mad and he does like a thing where he yells at people, and he's got one or the other, and it's a very difficult one to land.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Sometimes I try and talk along with the characters to see if I can do their voices. I'm like, you're a mystery to me, Mr. Neeson.
And he goes more gravelly for some things versus like wise for Qui-Gon or
That's
like
it, yeah.
Aslan or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah,
There
the
you
Force
go.
brought me here.
Yeah. This is, I have a very particular set of skills. And
Yeah.
he's all like, graveling.
I'll
angry.
find you. I'll kill you. Do you have any other screens, Isaac?
I do indeed. So the pod racing
of course,
scene,
yeah.
you've got them all starting their engines, and you see all this heat radiating off
Oh,
the engines.
it's
and
true.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
all the different sort of heights. It's such a streetcar type racing thing where they've all built their own, or had built, all of their own custom pods, which do and don't work. And it, what is going on out
got
there?
a message?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that it's one of those things I look at each and every time and go, that's something.
Yeah.
No,
Yep.
it is something.
Yes, it is definitely something.
Okay.
I think we've been through. Oh,
Any others from any of you guys?
no,
Free
I'm good.
reign.
I'm
If you can just
done.
think of any others from.
The thing that you posted on Facebook looking
No.
back.
No,
I think it's the
Jar Jar.
Is it Eope? Is that what it's called?
I
Okay.
believe it, yeah.
The two-legged like horse thing.
Yeah.
Sure. They're 4 legs.
Are they?
Yeah. They.
Okay, I'll
Four
stand
legs.
by my statement.
All right then.
Oh.
Oh,
Right. Well, I was
Bullied by
hoping to
my
get a
own
little bit more
children.
substance out of that segment, but next time, I suppose. So we're now going to move on to we're recasting some of the characters from Solo.
Solo.
oh,
Very nice. Yeah.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yep. So, as always, this one in particular, so we're recasting Kira, Emilia Clarke's character.
Yeah.
Maybe more so than any other character, I think. Maybe not so. Let me start again. Donald Glover Jr.'s character, spot on. I thought did a wonderful job.
Yeah.
But maybe second in the race is Emilia Clarke, how she did Kira. I
Right.
think
Okay.
I think she did it very well.
I
Regardless,
don't disagree.
I have a
don't
recasting.
disagree.
So,
Yeah.
Ben, why don't you take us away?
Sure, yeah. I was thinking Tessa Thompson.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Who's that?
do you know?
She.
You just went, oh, yeah. So
Something
played-
came to mind.
She plays Valkyrie in the
Yeah.
latest
I thought so.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's what I. Okay.
So you'll see her in like Thor.
she's in quite a bit of
Thunder.
stuff if you look out for
Yeah.
her, but
Yeah, she's in a lot
but
of
that's
stuff.
sort of the main one recently.
Yeah, if you type Thor, is it not Love and Thunder? Thor 3 and
Yeah.
Valkyrie,
Yeah.
she turns up.
And Infinity
Ragnarok.
or
Yeah, whatever it is.
what Endgame? Yeah, there we go.
Endgame.
She
Sure.
was also
we'll
in
call it
Westworld as well.
Yes, she
yeah,
was actually. Yeah,
Westworld.
she plays one of the corporate people, I think.
Creed. She's in.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
in a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think because you could see her as sort of the innocent, nice friend and stuff like that, but you could also see her sort of having a dark side and kind of turning bad if you know.
I could
So-
see
so,
that.
Yeah, I feel like she kind of ticks both boxes there. So yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Nice. I'll go next if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
absolutely,
I
go
had Rosario Dawson was my pick.
Oh, interesting.
Also from
Yeah.
Westworld.
Yeah. Is she?
Oh no, I've got to mix up with someone else. Okay, don't. Yeah, all right.
Rosario Dawson.
I
is
haven't seen a lot of
Ahsoka.
Westworld. Okay.
You've been watching a lot lately, have you? Or?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
I haven't seen a lot of it.
Yeah, she's Ahsoka from Mandalorian.
Yes, most recently. I actually, what sparked it was I recently watched Men in Black 2, and I went, there's
Ah.
Rosario Dawson.
Tessa Thompson is in Men in Black 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
3 or something,
3,
yeah.
or she's in one of them.
4,
4?
I believe.
Yeah, with Chris
I think you're
Hemsworth.
right.
That's right, it's called something.
Men
it's
in Black wear a cash cow.
worldwide or international maybe.
Oh yeah, that sounds very.
Welcome to the Star Wars podcast. So, similar to how I see how she portrays her character in Men in Black 2, that's, I reckon, would be a neat fit in Solo. I reckon, why not? You know?
Yeah.
Pretty much for reasons you said as well, Ben, already, like with your character. But,
Yeah, she's got the two sides. Hey. The character.
I think she, for the sassy sort of side of Kira, where she's like, no, she's rather playful with Han, and I think that Rosario Dawson would do that well.
Yeah.
And Daru.
So this one was a little bit challenging. I couldn't really pin it down until I kind of thought about the character of Kira herself. So Kira, particularly towards the end, she's very self-interested, looking after herself, that sort of mentality. But also, she has this connection to Han Solo and wants to maintain that, or at least, to some degree. So I was thinking that Rosamund Pike would be a
Who dat?
Yeah, right.
So she was in the movie Gone Girl with, I think it was Ben Affleck. She plays the mother in that. Most recently, you'll see her in ads for I Care a Lot. If you're on like Netflix and stuff, I think it's a movie coming out on Netflix or a show.
Any other
She was
notable
in
things I
something
might
with
know?
Simon
She's
Pegg,
done,
or whatever, wasn't she?
she's done a bunch of things. She was in like Pride and Prejudice. She's an English actress,
Okay.
so it still fits with the Emilia Clarke sort of thing. But she has this. She's blonde, kind of straight hair. She has this really
That name one more time, sorry?
Rosamund Pike.
Good luck to me trying to spell that.
You'll recognise her when you
Rosa
see her.
Mund Pike.
Keep talking, man.
So she's got this really not unique look, but this really unique way of portraying. There you go. Portraying characters.
Oh, Johnny English. That's what I was
That's-
thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry, I forgot about that one. She was
Come
in
on,
Johnny English
man.
too. But yeah, so she can play this really kind of classy character, this character that, at least on the outside, really cares a lot. But she has this really interesting gravity with her, where she can play this character that is self-serving, self-focused, and really kind of this dark edge, which I think is kind of what Kira is. And I think Emilia Clarke played that role perfectly. I think it was a great portrayal. I think Rosamund Pike could be an interesting person to portray the same thing.
I think you're spot on there.
Thanks.
I think that would.
I also agree with me too.
That's great.
Yeah.
I sense great conflict in you. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice work, gentlemen. And this has been.
Oh, jeez.
Core topic?
There. Good topic.
Was this Stephen the core topic?
I think it was part. Of, yeah, it
this
was
was-
part of the.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a dual type thing.
This was recasting Solo.
Well, I got one more quick thought for you before we jump into our notice integrations.
Sure.
I've been watching the prequels a whole lot lately. The Geonosian battle. So they're chained up to these pillars.
Yeah.
I don't know if they knew who they were dealing with, but like, is it not way more sport for everybody watching? They got a full arena packed out. Probably
Yeah.
take your kid to work day. They've all of this, and here you're going to watch these people chained to pillars who are probably going to die in the first couple of seconds. Like,
Yeah.
is that really entertainment at its best? Don't you want to have them free and like trying to fend for
give
their
them a
lives?
spear or a sword or something.
Yeah, or give them some blunt weapon that doesn't work so that they
Yeah.
don't really have a chance.
Well, I think they did know that they were Jedi. So, maybe they had an idea of how to deal with. Or maybe when they were captured, Dooku went, no, you've got to chain them up. You can't just have them running around. They'll escape, you fools.
Yeah.
And it didn't really seem like they were interested in seeing a fight, because as soon as Padme like climbed up and escaped to it, and like, she can't do that,
Yeah.
shoot her or something.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
not okay.
Come on,
much.
guys,
I didn't
enjoy
agree
the
to that.
show.
Well, the thing is, so what tips me off to that fact is you've got one by one, they all like escape the pillar that they're chained to, and you hear the crowd respond. They cheer and they all of that.
Yeah.
So clearly they're having fun watching it.
That's a good point.
But I want to say that
The only reason really a crowd would come out to see, just a execution
yeah.
that'll be over in 10 seconds is if like these Jedi had like massacred a pile of Geonosians, or like had I don't know, there's some history there, but they're just like random people. These guys don't even know who they are.
Weren't the
so-
Geonosians like a hive consciousness?
right.
Were they? Is that
Not
correct?
collectively. I didn't.
Weren't
think.
they?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't.
Never mind. That blows my theory.
There you
up.
go. Yeah, because like
Yeah, it's a great question.
during like French Revolution, where you just have decapitations in the town square, it was just whoever saw the execution was there, and they were like hooray, hurrah. But it was a messy time back in the day.
But yeah, I think they were really kind of calling back to our memories or our, I suppose, mythos of the Roman Colosseum and the gladiator games and all that sort of stuff.
That's where I was getting to.
Yeah.
So they're entertaining and they last a while. You don't
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
tie the
exactly
gladiator
right.
down
So,
and send a tiger in.
Yeah, true. So I mean, even can you think of the cheap seats, the ones behind the pillar?
Exactly.
How much do they spend to get in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe they thought it was front row seats and then they get chained up on the other side. And like, God.
Spent all this money.
There you go.
Solid question.
Yeah, I want to say that maybe could have been thought out a little better.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're right.
We're now moving into no disintegrations.
No disintegration.
But if you guys like, I can bring the kalimba back and we can do that for no disintegrations.
No, I'm okay.
All right. And this is typically where we have somebody sing us into the segment. Who's it going to be, gentlemen? Whatever you say is going to be.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole it is. Thank you for everything that you do on our show.
I'm through with droids. I'll not make any more. Seems I've found something far superior. And they're mostly made on Camino. And so I'm through with droids.
Man, he's a classic. Don't. Okay.
Look, all I'm saying is the young people these days, some of them just don't know.
All right. This is, of course, the part of the show where we bring back positivity and we end the show on a high note. We say, look at this bit from Star Wars. Wasn't this cool because of these reasons? And I will lead you away on this journey. We're going to episode 3.
Okay.
Your boy Grievous has just gone or something, because you know how he does that.
He does.
And he whips out all 4 lightsabers and starts doing that crazy spinning trick toward Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You got to imagine, I know in the Clone Wars since we've seen some stuff, so they have met before and they have fought before and all of that. But you got to imagine that he is seen precious little as far as this fighting style is concerned, right? And so Obi-Wan does like this little, like this double take kind of like, what am I looking at here? He doesn't just run in and start slashing at the thing because he's, far as we've known, never seen a fighting style like this. So I think just a very... a nod, I think, in the right direction by having him be a little bit confused, like, what am I even looking at here? So I did watch that and went, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
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 Andrew, my friend.
Hello. So I also want to go to a bit of the prequel sort of gear.
Danky.
There we go. There we go.
Shocks all around.
Shocks all around. It is a bit McClunky. So I like the sonic blasters that Geonosians have. I just think it's a really...
Have I done that one already?
Have you done that one already?
Maybe, ages ago. But don't worry,
You can
take it anyway.
appreciate
Yeah.
No disintegration.
No disintegrations. I'm allowed to
Yeah,
like
you're
stuff.
allowed to. That's
Have I talked about lightsabers or grav boots yet? What about trains? Big fan of trains too.
You put them all together, and what
Can
do
you-
you get?
A lightsaber train is what you get.
with grav boots.
With grav boots, yeah, that's right.
It was kind of on
It's
a
like an
lightsaber
Autobot.
rail, wasn't it?
Not really, no.
No.
It was on a
was a
solid rail.
It was
Material.
Am I remembering this? Did it not have
Correct.
some kind of light beam it was following? Okay. I don't. I'm not a fan of Star Wars.
You don't like Solo. No, so I like the technology. I thought it was an interesting addition, different to different to blaster bolts and
Especially
lightsabers and stuff like that. It's a unique sort of style.
if you're going to talk about how, and I didn't know this or really still don't care, but if you're going to talk about like the big refinery stuff that all the actual ammo packs have to go through, like whatever gas, neat,
Tabana.
whatever.
Okay.
But you got to imagine that these Geonosians don't have all the access to that, so they're just
What do you
firing these
mean?
little...
They've got like the droid factory on their planet. It's like they're the heart of the Industrial Revolution.
Well, yeah, the factory got built there, but them themselves didn't build it, did they? Or did
Maybe
they?
not,
I'm
maybe.
pretty sure they would have.
Would they?
Yeah, because in in the book Catalyst, which is like a Rogue One adjacent novel, they talk about the Geonosian population being used as slave labor to create the Death Star.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
But the perk
Fun
of the job is that you get to watch free executions on the weekend.
That's it.
Yeah, that's also the horrible genocide of your species.
Yahoo!
Okie dokie.
No disintegration.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I do have one written down, but I'm actually going to do a different one this week, inspired by your scene,
Ooh.
which is the so uncivilized, that line.
Looking forward to this.
Because you might have done this already, have you?
Go ahead.
But yeah, basically, as far as, you know, we talk about, we have the segment Easter egg or fan service and all that stuff. Like, this is just the perfect sort of balance of the right way to do, whether it's an Easter egg or fan service, whatever you want to call it. It's just the right way to do something. It's not in your face saying like, oh, here's why he thinks blasters are uncivilized, or like, like Han. I'm trying to. I can't even remember now, but
Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. Or,
yeah. But it's just sort of taking a line that was there in the original and making it a little sort of side thing that Obi-Wan says, so the fans will go, oh yeah, that's kind of like that thing he said. You know what I mean, right?
No, absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, it's not in your face. It doesn't stop the whole movie to do
like
it.
an homage, like a subtle little hey, this was.
And that's just one of those things, I think, why people like Ewan McGregor so much, for a lot of reasons, but he just gets those little sort of quirks right. He doesn't overdo it. It's just like, oh yeah, that he feels like a younger version of Obi-Wan because of those things. So,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Funny thing is, first time I watched that, I thought he was just referring to General Grievous being so uncivilized.
Oh, right.
Oh,
you know,
really?
They had that brawl just prior, and I was kind of,
Yeah.
he's an elegant Jedi, so I was like, how uncivilized was all of that, like fighting. And,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that it fits way better how you were saying that, Ben. So
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, that'll bring us to our dialect of the day.
You can understand that thing?
You know, there are voices in Star Wars to be heard, to be
There are.
brought our attention to, and
6 million
Just don't
forms of
ever
communication.
do that, like, gross one again.
what Poggle the Lesser.
I don't know. It was terrible.
Now, because actually you've said that, I'm going to tell you right away. This comes from the Tusken Raiders or the Sand People, depending on who
Okay.
you ask.
All
you
right.
know,
All right.
slang and all of that. This comes from the Tusken Raiders, and I found a whole bunch of audio, but it makes your stomach just turn over. So I've just got
another
I'm
one
here
of
for it.
these.
I'm here for it.
no, but what I've got here is a different. Here you go. And that's the common dialogue or the screams that we hear from the Tusken Raiders. Because I went through the Mandalorian and they have so much like things, and it's just
Yeah.
after a while I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah, it's too much. Too much for me.
Too much.
And that, I believe, is where we're gonna leave a whole lot of people listening, and we're gonna go join our people who are plugged in at turnsounds.com, because they are the people that make this all worth it for us. Well, you know, I enjoy the chats, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a big part
They
of
help
how
us.
we're able to afford so much of these things, is subscriptions to things and all of that. So we want to say bless you and thank you for all that you've done for us so far. And
Bless you.
with all of that, if you want to support us, if you want to be one of those people, you get access to a little bit of extra content online. As far as what we do is after show stuff. Sometimes you get earlier access to some things. We'll take your chats and stuff.
Yeah.
It's very, very fun.
You get some really horrible improv.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah.
want to sell that to you.
Yeah, just so you know, I got a little bit of trivia coming up in this after segment. We got a Ben Knows Best for his picture book, and we got a bit of improv we're doing, so that's always fun. But otherwise, we will see you in the next one.